Stethacanthus. The Stethacanthus grew to just 1 meter long, but a dangerous hydrodynamic predator that posed a constant menace to small fish as well as other, smaller sharks. What really set Stethacanthus apart was the strange protrusion, often described as an ironing board, that jutted out from the backs of the males. Since the top of this structure was rough rather than smooth, experts have speculated that it may have served as a docking mechanism that attached males securely to females during the act of mating. It also slowed their movements considerably. The Stethacanthus were likely bottom feeders rather than speedy predators. They lived in North America, Asia, and Europe. The species died almost 300 million years ago. Orthacanthus. The Orthacanthus was a freshwater shark native to Europe and North America. Its defining feature was the spike that jutted from its head, which is thought to have deterred predators and may have even been poisonous. It lurked in waters dense with foliage, which provided great hunting grounds for stealth predators. Orthacanthus sharks navigated these waters with long, lithe bodies made to fit through tight crevices. For this reason, they are sometimes referred to as the eel shark. At 3 meters long, Orthacanthus was far larger than any of the amphibians it shared its habitat with, and it was likely the top predator in its environment. In fact, evidence shows that it cannibalized other members of its kind. They went extinct around 260 million years ago. Cladoselache. One of the first sharks to swim in the sea, Cladoselache looked quite different from the killer Jaws sharks we know today. Its body was shaped like a cigar with a wide tail, and its teeth were far from the vicious killing tools of the modern great white shark. Cladoselache was a good hunter. Fast and agile in the water, it could snag prey with its teeth and swallow the victim whole. This fish didn't have the tooth-like scales that armor a modern shark's body, but it did have some protection. Short spikes grew in front of its dorsal fins, which would have stabbed into the mouths of attackers. Cladoselache's tail was shaped like a wide V, and its body was long, thin, and flexible. This design wasn't as streamlined as modern sharks' bodies, but it was good enough to allow the ancient fish to chase prey at high speeds and make sharp turns in the water. It's not known for certain how they reproduced, but they lived in the waters of North America and Europe for over 100 million years. Their extinction occurred around 250 million years ago. Hybodus. As one of the most bizarre prehistoric fish, Hybodus had strange horns on the top of their heads. When they bit into large prey, they twisted to get a chunk of flesh. These predators had acute hearing, and the sound of splashing betrayed an animal in distress. Hybodus species grew to about 2 meters in length. They are prey of larger predators, which may explain why its dorsal fin evolved a spike, to make swallowing them harder. They also probably lived in the shallow seas, away from giant marine reptiles, including pliosaurs. The first fossilized teeth from Hybodus were found in England around 1845. Since then, teeth and dorsal spines have been recovered from around the world. The mouth was not large, and rather than ruthlessly hunt large prey, Hybodus was capable of eating a wide range of foods. They had 2 different types of teeth, suggesting a wide diet. The sharper teeth would have been used to catch slippery prey, while the flatter teeth probably helped them crush shelled creatures. Hybodus went extinct 65 million years ago. Xenacanthus. The mouth of Xenacanthus was armed with a large number of teeth of a trident-like shape, with 2 large diverging points and a smaller third point between them. The body of Xenacanthus was long and slender, and the caudal part of the spinal column was not as shortened as in case of the bony fishes. The long dorsal fin began at the back of the head, behind the spike, and stretched as far as its tail. One of the most interesting features of Xenacanthus is the structure of its pectoral fins, which had a segmented middle axis round which the lateral rays were arranged in a style of a palm leaf. Among the living fishes, this is found only on Australian lungfish. Xenacanthus lived in fresh water such as swamps, lakes, and slow-moving rivers where it hunted small fish, such as Amblypterus. It was preyed on by the Dimetrodon in the Permian. Living a little longer than its counterpart, Xenacanthus went extinct a little over 200 million years ago. Scapanorhynchus. The Scapanorhynchus went extinct just over 5 million years ago. Before then, they swam the Atlantic Ocean for over 140 million years. They had long, pointed snouts and teeth designed to catch and tear apart prey. But most of the sharks in this genus were incredibly small. Most species measured around just over 65 centimeters. Scapanorhynchus sharks hunted by lurking in the ocean's depths, waiting patiently for prey to pass by. They weren't fast swimmers and thus were quite passive hunters. These sharks are very similar to the goblin sharks that live today, but some key changes differentiate the two, including their fins. Megalodon. Megalodon is the largest shark that ever existed. It measured 15 to 18 meters in length, which scientists have judged by the size of its massive teeth. Megalodon directly translates to large tooth, and these teeth have helped researchers learn a lot about the animal, from its size to what it ate. An entire megalodon skeleton has never been found preserved. The species survived for over 16 million years and went extinct around 2.6 million years ago. They thrived around the world during their prime, and their teeth have been found on nearly every continent. We don't know for sure what killed off the megalodon all those years ago, but it was likely the cooling of the planet. These sharks lived in warm waters, and the ocean cooling would have led to a reduction in its habitat and prey. Edestus. Otherwise known as the scissor-tooth shark, Edestus sharks lived over 300 million years ago. Their teeth grew differently to modern sharks, forming a single line from the back of their mouths to the front. As new teeth grew in at the back of their mouths, this caused the newer teeth to press forward to the outside. Lack of fossils from the sharks' bodies leave a lot of questions unanswered. They likely hunted by either slicing through or stabbing their prey with their unique teeth, but what they ate in particular is unknown. One theory is that the sharks were specialized hunters. If this were the case, the death of their prey may have led to their own extinction. Ptychodus. Ptychodus lived until around 85 million years ago, and this carnivore ate mostly shellfish and mollusks, with teeth specialized to break through hard shells. Though it's mostly small sharks who eat this diet today, Ptychodus sharks fed on the much larger ancestors of these animals. These include the 2.7-meter mollusk, Cladoselache, and the 2-meter clam, Xenacanthus. At around 10 meters long, Ptychodus sharks were one of the largest known sharks in the ocean at the time. Genetically, they were very closely linked to the sharks of today. As a shark, Ptychodus has a large, agile form with a fusiform body, perfect for slicing through the water and swimming at high speeds. It has a large and elongated head with a broad snout and large jaws which possessed numerous, blunt, and globular teeth, which were typically arranged in large teeth plates, which could number to up to 550 teeth in a jaw. Morphology of the teeth varies among species and can be cuspidate or non-cuspidate and can have different arrangements. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.